Have you ever asked yourself where and how we came from and what came before us? In this video, we're going to tell you how we and all living things came about. Have a seat. This issue is sure to surprise you. To answer the question of how man appeared, we must immerse ourselves in the history of our creation, the creation of all life. Life originated on Earth about 4 billion years ago, at which time abiogenesis, the process of transforming non-living nature into living nature, appeared. But according to another theory, life on Earth could have originated with the help of asteroids, meteorites and comets that carried bacteria that successfully survived a collision with Earth. As I said, the first to appear were bacteria, the tiny organisms that started life on Earth. Except that after 2 billion years, they evolved into multicellular organisms, and then almost 1 billion years later, ferns and invertebrate animals began to appear. Later, the first vertebrate animals appear in the oceans, which after 600 million years are on land and becoming the first reptiles, descendants of which we are also, as well as dinosaurs and mammals. The first mammals were mouse-sized. It wasn't easy for them because they lived in the time of the dinosaurs. That all changed about 66 million years ago, when the dinosaurs became extinct. According to the opinions of most scientists, it was due to the collision of our planet with an asteroid. After this event, great opportunities open up for the mammals that managed to survive this catastrophe. But there is a small snag. Along with the dinosaurs, a giant fire killed and all the forests. The sky is blackened with soot. The light does not penetrate. Photosynthesis stopped. In short, a real nuclear winter. It killed large animals and many species of plants. Scientists believe that more than 3/4 of the species on Earth are extinct. However, life soon returned, and already land mammals began to conquer the world. These animals grew in size rather quickly by the standards of evolution. Among the mammals appears Purgatorius, which became the common ancestor of all primates, and after him, a larger primate, the proconsul, appears, the closest ancestor of humans and monkeys. Because of the changing climate, the proconsuls had to come down from the trees and they eventually turned into us. And those proconsuls were safe, stayed on tree branches and evolved into modern monkeys. And finally, 7 to 6 million years ago, Australopithecus appeared. They were no different from the apes except for one thing. Australopithecines were the first apes to walk on 2 legs. But 2.5 million years ago, there was an unexpected event. Large predators began to disappear, which allowed some of our ancestral species to take over their niche, which made them eat more meat and less green. As a consequence, their chewing apparatus began to shrink, allowing for increased brain volume. And hunting a game that required cunning and intelligence was a good incentive. And gradually, we began to transform into Pithecanthrope, the half-human monkey. The Pithecanthropes also learned to make fire and improved their hunting tools. And then they started to settle on other continents, from Africa all over Eurasia, and then turned into several kinds of people, called Neanderthals in Europe, Denisovans in Asia, Hobbits on the island of Flores, and Cro-Magnons in Africa. In the end, it was the Cro-Magnons who turned into us. For about 80,000 years, some Cro-Magnon began to leave Africa and settled around the world. At the same time, the species of people who lived in the territories where the Cro-Magnon came began to die. Unfortunately, we do not know the exact reasons for the disappearance. They may have been destroyed by the Cro-Magnon or by other inhabitants who defeated them in battle, or they mixed with the Cro-Magnons and merged into one. Most likely, the extinction of other species was affected by all of these factors, which eventually led to the fact that only Cro-Magnon remained. About 20,000 years ago, a bow with arrows appeared, nets for fishing, needles for sewing clothes, and domesticated the first animal dog. 10,000 years ago, people learned how to farm and herd. And 5,000 years ago, there are bronze products, as well as writing. That is the end of the prehistoric era. But I still think you've ever wondered how a man became a man. Maybe when he first started painting on the rocks, or when he made a spear and made the first fire, or when he first started walking on his feet. There is no right answer. We cannot draw a clear line. but whether it is worth it and thus separate ourselves from the whole animal world. If you like this video, like and to see more interesting and informative videos, subscribe to the channel. And with you is Livioply. And as always, pump your brains. See you in the new video.